Hey you guys, today I'm going to do Empire Season 1 Episode 9 review. If you guys hear my heater, I apologize, but I'm cold. Um, it was a really good episode. I'm telling y'all, this is like the best show on TV right now. Um, it starts off with Anika and Lucius. They're, doing their little wedding plans, he thinking everything going good or whatever. Here come damn Cookie. And I'm telling y'all, as soon as they start making them wedding plans, I'm like, well, Cookie busting the door with this shit. So here come Cookie and Portia ass. She pissed off. She over here like, she just start going off about Anika and like telling him about Anika and Beretti meeting or whatever. Just going off. And she was like, you paid Portia to spy on me, not knowing that Portia was spying on you. And I was just like, yes. Yeah, I mean, she was going off, and I was so damn here for it. She tells, old girl Portia, come on, let's go get this bitch clothes. She was like, bye, Felicia, let's go get this bitch clothes. And she started throwing all her clothes all out the house. So, Lucius is sitting here stuck. Like, what the fuck is going on? She walks out, Anika walks out on her phone. Next thing you know, Anika, Portia, Cookie started screaming to Portia, phone check, phone check. And I'm like, what the fuck? That bitch, Portia walked up and snatched the phone out of Nika's hand. I fell out. Next thing you know, she walking with the keys. She was like, you ain't taking the keys. That's Empire card. And I was, oh my God. So, Lucius over here trying to plead with Anika. I'm like, what the fuck you are pleading with her for? Would you let her go? And then he was like, if you do leak me, your dad's gonna go to jail for fraud. And I was like, yeah, bitch, bye. But I'm over here like, bye. But I'm sitting there like, how are you pleading with her and you're letting Cookie and Portia throw all her clothes outside? You ain't stopping these girls whatsoever from throwing his girl clothes outside. And I'm just laughing. But then the bitch leaves with Beretti. I'm like, oh, like she don't care about you, fool. So then you got Jamal over there having him a D'Angelo moment. I'm like, boy, if you don't put your damn clothes on, we do not like you for your sex appeal. We like you because of your talent. Please put your damn clothes back on. So, the little camera little dude come in, he kissing all on him, playing all with him and shit. Portia walked in and was like, we ain't got time for that. Stop kissing on your chest. Put your chest up. We about to go to war. Like, you ain't answer your damn phone. Anybody got time for this nasty shit. I mean, not saying, they shit nasty or, I don't want nobody to take offense or whatever. She just, you know how it is. I don't want to see him and him doing it. I don't want to see him and her doing it. I just don't want to work on nobody. Um, so anyway, Lucius, he's having his damage control meeting at Empire or whatever. He's freaking out. Everybody's freaking out because I think everything's were hacked. They trying to see who's working with them, who's working against them, who's still on the roster, and all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, you got crazy ass Andre at home popping pills and shit, thinking about his daddy comments about him marrying a white woman and him not getting Empire. Then he flushed some of the pills down the toilet, but he didn't flush everything down the damn toilet. The wife come in and tell him about the meeting at Empire or whatever. So they trying to still, like I said, see who's still on the roster. So at the meeting with Lucius or whatever, he's just pumping everybody up and he's telling them, they take your heart. They try to take your heart. We take off their head. It's time to draw blood. And I'm over there like, yes. I'm like, oh, I'm so into this show. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I worked at Empire some damn shit. I was over there getting pumped up. Like, I was in the business meeting. I'm just saying it was good. So, they're talking about this guy named Royalty, I think his name. And they're saying he's at the ghetto ass studios. I think that's the name of it. And so they trying to figure out if he's still on the roster or whatever. Lucius don't want Jamal to go talk to him because Jamal is considered to him soft. So he don't want him to go. So Cookie like, I'll go or whatever. And I'm sitting there like, Lucius, I be want to be on this side, but then I be want to punch him in the face at the same damn time. I don't know. So then you got Z is at Beretti's meeting and singing for him, singing her song Black and Blue. I want Z to stay with Empire. I don't know. I think that girl got so much soul and so much talent. I just want her to stay at Empire. But okay. So, Beretti's telling her all these damn dreams or whatever about making her a star, but he really wants Tiana. He wants Tiana because Tiana is our king girl. So that's the way to hit him. So then you got Hakeem, he trying to get this artist or whatever, telling his daddy he can get him this artist named Trav or whatever. And Andre walks in fucking on some shit to me with his money full of suitcase and how he got hookers and all dope and I don't know. He was just on some other shit. And so, they looking at him like, what the fuck is that? That's what you gonna do or whatever. And then Lucius makes a comment to Jamal about waving around a freak flag. And he was like, no, motherfucker, yo cheating got us in this predicament. Don't be trying to blame me for coming out to say that's why we in this goddamn predicament. Yo cheating and making Anika mad is what got us in this predicament. So then you got Beretti and Anika, they're talking about Lucius and Lucius' past and how Lucius did him in the past, and they're talking about Beretti lost his son to leukemia or whatever, and now he wants to know the secrets, all Lucius' secrets, but Homegirl like, no, let's keep this professional in business. He over there trying to rub on her leg and she's feeling all creeped out, but I'm like, that's what your ass gets trying to go to the creep. You get creep ass waves coming towards you. Just saying. I don't like her. I don't care what he do to her, and I really wouldn't even care. Whatever. Then you see Cookie go to Ghetto Ass Studios or whatever to go see Royalty, and she's talking to him, trying to get him to stay at Empire, but it's some other guys there. I guess they're from somebody other goddamn crew. So she was trying to get him to stay or whatever, and the dude kept talking mess to Cookie. Cookie like, would you shut up and sit down? Like, she just kept talking. She was like, you ain't no G, you a Mark. Like, boy, I did 17 years in the pen. Like, you ain't nobody. So then she, challenged them to a drinking contest. I said, this ain't gonna go well. This ain't gonna go well with Cookie. Y'all know Cookie from the hood. She been doing things since these little boys wasn't even thought of. So, anyway, the reporter dude, he's shooting like video or whatever of Delphine, aka Estelle. So Jamal walks in, she tells him how she's a fan of his, and then they end up doing this thing together. No, I'll get to that. The artist Trav, before, while she talking to he having a meeting with her or whatever, Lucius is having a meeting with this dude Trav or whatever, and then they're trying to get him to stay on, and him and Jamal are trying to sell him the big ass dreams about staying on. He don't want to deal with the politics of music, but they're telling him what Andre's telling him what he can give him. The boy's like, I'm not giving y'all 30%. Andre like, we can cut that half to 15% and still make a lot of money. So the dude start being cool with the deal. So then, like I said, Jamal is over there. He trying to call his dad about getting Delphine on with them, but Lucius ain't answering his phone because it's Jamal. He got a problem with Jamal right about now. So then they show Jamal and Delphine in the studio singing this song called Stand Tall. Amazing song. Amazing. I want that song. I'm gonna get that song. That was an amazing song with them too. Cookie in the studio drinking. Got all the motherfuckers on their back except like the dude Royalty, and I think it was another dude. But Royalty was like, okay, if you could take one more drink and can walk, I'll stay with Empire. She did that. I was cracking up, but while she there, Jamal still trying to call Lucius and leave him messages. Hakeem tripping with Lucius about what he did in front of Hakeem, not giving him the position, and still whining like a little ass baby. I'm like, this is why you ain't getting a job. You little kids cry like little ass fucking brats when it don't go your way. So Cookie, she walking out the little studio, whatever, staggering around down the street. This man tries to fucking rob her, and Lucius security dude, I forgot his name. Malcolm, is that his name? I don't know. But him and another dude end up saving her, beating up the other guy. And then she started coming on to him, talking about, he said something about Cookie. She was like, "That's my name, take a bite." I was like, oh. Cookie was so wasted trying to get with him. It was not funny. But he was like, "I can't do that. Lucius is my boss, and I know how he feels about you." So she steady getting in the damn truck. She opening her legs, talking about, take these cookies. But why the whole time she was saying that? If y'all watch Mike B, check him out. But I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm watching Mike B, and all I'm saying is Mike B probably over there talking about, "I'll take him cookies." I'm just saying, I'm telling y'all that's what I was thinking. But anyway, back at the Beretti, come to find out, Beretti, Becky, I think her name is, she runs into the meeting telling everybody how Beretti stole Travis. So now, you know he mad. Andre the motherfucking ass is on the elevator with his brothers, and this motherfucker bought he faded. He bought a Lamborghini and all this kind of stuff. So they arguing in the elevator. Next thing you know, the elevator goes out. So they all three stuck in the elevator. I'm like, oh man, he fit flip. He about to flip. And of course, he started tripping out. He started tripping about how his daddy was gonna do something about the car. He just started flipping. So let's keep up with him. He flipping or whatever, and he talking about he made Empire, he be there at not 8 to 10. His brothers are trying to calm him down through the whole thing, which I thought was amazing. And what I liked is Jamal, really calmed him down and started singing "Lean on Me" with him, reminded him, when they was going through stuff back in the day, and how I think it was Cookie used to sing to them or whatever, and they all just would start singing, and it was all three brothers coming together singing "Lean on Me." Hakeem was doing a little beat. It was just amazing to see brothers being a brother's keeper. You know what I'm saying? And not just like, "Man, this motherfucker crazy. We ain't finna deal with him." They understood what he was going through, and they was there for him. Lucius ass rode up on Beretti. Oh my God, I thought it was about to go down, but it didn't. So they jumping all out the car and all to my, "Oh, so you bought another rock star." So they all start going at it. They throwing shots at each other about tragedies. And he was like, "Yo, tragedy talking her sleep. She mumbles your name." And Lucius told him, "I got what I needed from her, and I got what I needed from you too." I said, "Ooh." So, he was like, "We ain't finna do that here." So they didn't really do nothing. They just pulled guns out and put them back away and drove off, and didn't nothing happen. Anyway, back at Empire or whatever, Cookies is, they all talking about Tiana, because now, Anika trying to get Tiana, and now it's coming up that it's a meeting with Tiana and Cookie about to go down. So, I mean, Tiana and Anika is about to go down. So Cookie was like, "I got this. Don't worry about this." Lucius was gonna go take care of it, but Cookie was like, "I got this. You go take care of Delphine," because Jamal is telling him about Delphine or whatever, Delphina. And first he didn't want to listen to Jamal because who Jamal is or whatever. Jamal like, "You need to put your differences aside. It's all about what you said about this family and stuff like that. You got to deal with that." So he goes and take a meeting with Delphina, which was cool. But before he walks out, he tells the security guard, I think it's Malcolm. I hope it's his name Malcolm. But he goes to him and tells him to call Andre's wife and make sure Andre stay right there. So I'm like, oh shit. Like, did he find out about the car that thing going fast? Or whatever. So Andre started freaking out. I'm like, oh my God. Andre's going to go through the window in a minute if they don't leave this boy alone. So then you got Hakeem. He's running up to Anika trying to, talk to her, talking about we family too, and you don't need to be doing this, and all meanwhile he's just trying to get her not to go up into the restaurant because Cookie is having a meeting with Tiana. So, Anika mad as hell. She trying to run up in there and portion Hakeem homegirl and them like, "You're not going up in here, not gonna happen today." So Hakeem and Cookie end up talking to Tiana and just stand on to Empire and letting them know that this is where she needs to be at. she wants to make things go back to where it was, but she still be with Hakeem. But Hakeem is like, nah, boo boo, I want you to be with Empire, but I'm still in love with my sugar mama Camille, so it ain't gonna even fat happen. So then back, Jamal and Lucius is having a meeting with Delphina. She's excited to be working with him now. Her manager was like, at first y'all didn't want, she was nobody, y'all didn't want to, your girl didn't want to sign her. He was like, well, she's not here no more, and I will be working with her personally. So they meet and go real cool, and then they end up performing so beautiful together. And it was so good. It made me feel so good. I was loving it. It was Lucius, Delphine, Jamal. They was all singing Delphine. So beautiful. Then Tiana, Hakeem, and Cookie joined in with them, and it was just a whole family affair. And I'm just sitting there like, poor Andre. The whole time they singing, I'm like, poor Andre. Then they show Andre freaking out in the goddamn office still, going off on his damn wife. He fucking, did y'all see when he fell over that basketball thing? Oh my god, my dude fell out laughing when he fell over that basketball thing. And then Lucius walks in telling him he loves him and all this kind of stuff. And it was just crazy how everything was just planned out. And it was sad how he was freaking out. But they end up committing him into the hospital because that's where he needs to be. I don't know if Lucius is doing that to be mean or, to get him out of there, because that motherfucker started talking too damn much. He started calling Lucius a murderer. He started talking and talking and talking. And then it was like, I don't know if you trying to shut me up or you really trying to be my daddy. That's how it felt, but it was a really, really good ass episode, and that's how it went off. His wife had to sign a 48-hour hold for him, and it was just sad. But y'all tell me what y'all thought about Empire Season 1, Episode 9. I think we got 2 more episodes to go, and I don't want them to go. I really don't. I want this shit to stay on. This is like my favorite show on TV, so I really want Empire to stay on. Then did y'all see that shit going around the internet these last couple of days talking about the original, who was supposed to be the cast of this show? That shit wouldn't have worked. Who wanted to see big ass Monique slap her ass the way Cookie slapped her ass? Nobody. Nope. That right there would have fucked up that whole original cast. I'm just saying. But yeah, it that they all need to shut up. But anyway, oh wait, hold on. No, don't do that. Oh, I was reading some of that. But anyway, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google Plus, Xbox Live. I do everything by Thaghettoview, THA, not THE. Tell me what y'all thought about Empire. What was your favorite parts of the damn show? My favorite part of the damn show was when she was throwing her shit out in the beginning. I was so loving that part. And when Cookie was drunk, trying to give her cookies away. Make sure you check out Mike B. He also do Empire. Much love from KY. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video.